Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to this very special day. It's Diwali today, the Festival of Lights, or Diwali, and Bandi Chor Devas. So it has, today, has significant meaning for Indian, South Asians, all over the world, whatever their faith, whatever their family traditions, they will all have some way of celebrating and honoring today with light, especially as the nights draw in. So I've got a candle for my practice today, which I'm hoping the dogs will not knock over. Otherwise, it might be a little bit flammable here. So prepare yourself on your mat. Have available whatever you need in terms of your blocks, cushion to sit on, a folded blanket. Our practice today will be honoring and invoking the concept of Diwali and all that it means and signifies. And we'll be particularly honoring Hanuman and Lakshmi. Hanuman is the monkey god, heroic heart, full of love, devotion from a place of inner strength and power. And for Lakshmi, honoring abundance, prosperity, not only material, which is so often what we kind of define it as, but it's spiritual, emotional, mental, all of the ways in which we can bring riches into our lives. So today we light a candle to invite Lakshmi in, and we eat sweets to celebrate the sweetness, the amrita, the richness of this day. It is a day for unity and harmony. It is a day of liberation, as political and religious prisoners were released on this day in the 1600s. So it's called Bandi Chor Divas for the Sikhs in particular. It's a day when war and conflict ended between Ravan and Ram and Sita and Lakshman, and Hanuman played a great role in rescuing Sita and ending this war, this conflict with Ravan. It's a day of hope, of optimism, of looking forward, welcoming in the new. So often people wear new clothes today, wear silver and gold, and obviously celebrate with families. This year, with the world in lockdown in many places, most of us are celebrating at home with our own family and missing the opportunity to be with our extended families. So wherever you are, reach out to your family and friends and feel this connection, however you may develop that during these times. Let's come into our Sukasana, grounding down through your sit bones, lengthening through your spine, lifting your crown up towards the sky. And today I invite you to bring Padma Mudra, the Lotus Flower Mudra, at your heart space. So join the little finger and the thumbs to each other, and then have the middle three fingers open so that you create this petal, this cup at the heart, this container for love, for hope. Closing your eyes, or perhaps gazing downward into the palms, visualizing all that brings joy to you, all that brings a sense of abundance to you. Perhaps it is represented by people in your life, by your pets, your friends, your family, your community, perhaps by nature, perhaps a practice or a ritual that you engage with whenever you are needing to rest and recuperate, or to lift the spirit. Our invocation for Lakshmi. Om Shreem Maha Lakshmiyei Swaha. 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 Bringing your hands into Prana Mudra, ring and little finger touching thumb, peace fingers extended, invoking and honoring Hanuman. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Namaste and welcome, yogis. Thank you for joining me. Really honored and delighted to have you here today. So we're going to be connecting with this heroic heart of Hanuman, this deep soul beauty of Lakshmi. So to really lift this day, it is a grey, cloudy, wet day here in London. We're going to invite some of this joy, some of this lightness, uplifting sense today of connection, of harmony, of hope. This week we have seen real hope in our world, real optimism with the effective vaccine being developed by the children of immigrants in Germany, by the election of a man as president-elect who moves from a place of compassion, a woman of color as vice president-elect who invokes strength and inspiration. So we have this shift this week. We're entering the new moon on Sunday, so there's a real energy of new beginnings, of looking forward, looking up. Let's bring our hands into Prana Mudra. So tuck those elbows in. So Prana Mudra, thumb, ring finger, and little finger together, index pointed. Take a breath here. As you prepare for this movement of breath, we're going to use Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath honors both Hanuman and Lakshmi. Ocean breath, ocean sounding breath. As Lakshmi rose up from the ocean, as Hanuman leaped across the ocean. The Ujjayi breath is a constricted breath at the back of the throat, as if you're making a ha sound to fog up a mirror. Then close your mouth, the breath comes out through the nose. And it's a sound at the back of the throat. Inhaling, hands reach up. Exhaling, hands come down in Padma to the heart. Bring them into Prana and then rising up, coming down in Padma to the heart. So use the Prana Mudra to rise out and up, Padma to come down towards the heart. So creating this movement, this fluidity of movement, as if we're waving with our hands. So tucking them in, then reaching out in Prana, up towards the sky, coming down towards the heart in Padma. So we normally do, with Padma, we normally do a prayer wheel. So today we're adding some different movement too. So perhaps you move slowly, perhaps you move a little bit faster, depending on what kind of awakening you want to create today in the body and in the spirit. We'll do quite a few rounds here, and feel free to invoke your sankalpa, your intention. Perhaps you work with the mantra today of Lakshmi or Hanuman, depending on what it is you want to invoke, deep soul beauty or heroic heart. So I'm doing 11 here, I think. I've lost count. But 11 is an auspicious number. For Indians and South Asians, we always have an odd number, 3, 9, 11. We always add one on, because that is that's the optimism, that's the looking forward, that's the one that takes us into the next period, into the next decade, into the next journey. Coming to stillness when you're ready. Let's place the left fingertips on the earth, Prana Mudra, up and over, lateral bend here. As you exhale, let's sweep the right arm forward and bring the left arm. Postman delivery. Exhale. I hope that you kept moving from one side to the other. So we'll do this 3 times. And my candle is scented. So as I waft over my candle, I catch a beautiful scent and I feel the warmth of the candle. And then I'm going to do this one for the last one. Oops. So you notice I'm just going with the flow today. It's all about going with the harmonious flow. My dogs are obviously feeling a little bit excitable today as well. Let's take a moment here and extend the left leg. Keep that right leg tucked in. Turn your heart over to the left foot. Reach up. As you exhale, hinge forward as far as you can reach and then release your hands towards your leg or your feet. Coming into Janu Sirsasana on the left side. Take a moment here and then let's rise up. Reach overhead with the right hand. Left hand comes to the heart. Inhale, lift your sit bones. And then reach up and over. Flowing down. Let's bring the right foot onto the earth. Cross it over the left leg. Hug that in. Now you may wish to bring this right foot up towards your hip. Got caught on my rug. So that you come into the folded version, or you can have that leg extended, yogi's choice. I have a rubber mat so I don't slip. Sometimes it creates a bit too much friction. So I have a cork mat when I don't need to do too many standing poses. One breath here. Counter twist over to the left for a moment. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze, look over your left shoulder. Turn back to center. If your leg is tucked in, extend it and uncross that right leg. Bring the right hand to the heart. Inhale, lift your sit bones, coming into Kamatkarasana variation. The surprise pose, also known as a wild thing pose. Right up and reach up and over. Exhale back to the earth. Take a moment here and then let's drop. Let's extend that left leg and extend the right leg and bring in the left leg. My lefts and rights are confused today. Lengthen and turn your heart towards the right leg. Reach up. As you exhale, hinge forward and then release your hands to your legs or your feet. Crown reaching towards your feet, heart reaching towards your legs. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. One breath here. connecting with Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath. So Hanuman, his role in the story of Ram and Sita, which is often celebrated today. Ram, the first of 4 sons, exiled by his father. Left hand to heart. And then let's, right hand to the heart. And then let's lift up onto the left shin. Right hand reaches up and over. Exhale back down to the earth. Let's bring the left foot over the right leg. And again, that right leg can stay extended, or you can bring it round towards your left heel, yogi's choice. Wrap the right hand round the left knee. Let's gaze over our left shoulder. Have my hands in Prana Mudra. One more breath here. In Matsyendrasana. Inhale, turn to center. Let's exhale over to the right. Lift with your heart. Lift with your gaze. Perhaps you gaze over to the right. Counter twist here. Back to center. Uncross that right leg if it's folded in. Bring the left foot back over. And now we're going to rise up. So this time the right hand goes onto the earth behind us. Lift our sit bones. Come onto the balls of our feet. Reach up and over. Kamatkarasana. Left hand to the heart. Return back to the earth. Take a moment here. Let's bring both feet in together into Parvatiyasana. This version of Baddhakonasana, butterfly, where we bring the heels in as close as we can. Usually we try and create a very generous diamond. Let's bring them in as close as we can. Wrap your hands around your feet. Reach out with your knees. And then let's just flutter those knees gently for a few moments. And then lift your heart, lift your gaze. Lakshmi helps us to integrate with the self in a sense of wholeness, of harmony within oneself, the body, the mind, the spirit. And sensing the abundance within ourselves. One more breath here. And then release your hands. Let's come onto our shins. Keep your toes tucked for a moment, hands underneath shoulders. Take a moment here. We're going to cycle through cat-cow, Majriyasana and Bitlyasana, starting the movement at the tailbone. Inhale to shine your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale to round through. Keeping your toes tucked for the first few rounds so that we can begin to activate from a place of strength and connection. So when Ram was exiled by his father, as his stepmother wanted her own son to inherit the throne, he left with his wife Sita and his younger brother Lakshman. He was exiled for 14 years from his home, from his family. And Hanuman was loyal to Ram. So when Sita was abducted by Ravan, the 10-headed demon, and taken to Lanka, and there was this great war, Hanuman leapt across the ocean to rescue Sita. from his loyalty to Ram. Let's reach out long behind us with the right leg. Keep the toes tucked again. Feel strong here. Inhale, lift the left fingers to the sky. Spiral your hand so that you create this sort of flower shape up there. Take your gaze with you. One breath here. Exhaling, we're going to thread this left arm underneath the body over to the right so that we come into a twist here. And now you can untuck that left toe or you can keep it tucked, yogi's choice. The right hand can reach forward. And if you feel balanced here, you can always take the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right hand back to the earth. Inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. And take the left hand behind the lower back. So I'm going to bring the back of my hand to my lower back and rotate my gaze, my heart, up towards the sky. Opening across the heart space. One breath here. Turn your gaze down, bring the left hand to the earth, step forward with the right foot coming into a low lunge here. You move into Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge. Sink into that right hip. Inhale, lift your hands to the sky. Prana Mudra first, so 2 peace fingers extended. And then let's exhale, Padma, lotus flower to the heart. Om Shreem Lakshmi, Yay Swaha. Gazing up. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei, Swaha. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei, Swaha. Take a moment here, hands back down to the earth, reach your tailbone back, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana. So roll on the ball to the heel. Perhaps you need to reach those heels forward. Now, if your fingertips don't reach the ground here, use blocks or large books or a footstool so that your hands can rest on your blocks. So you have options here. Anything to bring the earth up to you. Rise. Let the earth rise up to meet you wherever you are. Take a moment in Ardha Hanumanasana. You can reach forward with that right heel, sliding your foot forward. So feeling this extension along the back of the leg. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hanumate Vijayam. One more breath here. Let's bring the right hand over and walk the hands over to the side so that you feel it here in your right, left. One more leg, one more walk over. Now spin the left toes behind you. So you have the leg here, now we spin it behind you, rising up. Padma at the heart. So really working the inside of this leg here. One breath here. Now, if I had space, I would roll my foot down. I'm going to move over because my dogs are conveniently placed there. Bring the sole of that foot to the earth. We're going to come into a lateral stretch. Right hand on your right leg. Reach up and over with the left arm. Inhale, bring the left hand to the earth. Reach up and over with the right arm. One breath here. And then let's reverse the movement here. So I'm going to roll up my right toes. And I'm going to bring my left leg back so that I can turn here. And I'm going to move into pigeon pose on this side. So you switch your left leg in, lower down, and bring the left foot out. So this transition into pigeon from here. Let's have high pigeon. Raja Kaputasan, king pigeon. And then when you're ready, let's come down to the earth. Your eyebrow center can rest on a cushion, a pillow, a block, a folded blanket. And we're going to bring our hands to the back of our head in Padma. So elbows walk forward, Padma Mudra at the back of the head here. So we're flowing with smooth transitions, harmonious movement today. So we're using the strength of Hanuman with the gracefulness of Lakshmi. One more breath here. Then let's bring our hands back down to the earth, rise up, tuck the right toes. And then let's step back long with that left leg coming into plank. And let's walk our feet here just to release them. So now you'll be facing the back of your mat. Bring your knees back to the earth here. Take a moment. Cat, cow, Majriyasana. This time with your feet untucked. Moving with Ujjayi breath. Inhaling to rise and look up. Exhaling to round and draw your navel in. And then back to neutral. Now this time we're going to reach back long with the left leg. So I'm going to create some space here for myself. And keep that right foot tucked. Or see how what helps you feel stable here. Take a moment here. Let's rise with the right hand up to the sky. Easy twist. Exhaling, thread the right arm underneath you. This left hand can walk forward, or you can bring it up to the sky if you feel balanced here. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale to rise up. Take it up again before I bring it down. Let's take a moment here. So we're going to step forward with this left foot. Coming into Anjaneyasana on this side. When you're ready, inhale to rise up with Prana Mudra. Bring the lotus down towards your heart. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. You don't have to join me in mantra. You can repeat your own affirmation or intention. These are opportunities during our practice to connect with what it is that we aspire to, what we want to move into, the energy that we want to create. Take a moment here, hands back down to the earth. And then let's reach back with our sit bones, rolling onto the heel of Ardha Hanumanasana. And again, use your blocks. Reach your crown forward. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Let's bring that left hand to the inside and walk it round over towards the right. And then when you've gone as far as you can, let's swing that right leg behind us so the toes go to the back of the room. And then let's rise up. Like to reach up, hands here at the heart. We're going to come into a lateral stretch to bring that sole of the left foot onto the earth, left hand on the left leg, and then reach up and over with the right arm. Right hand to the earth, up and over with the left hand. Bring that left hand to the earth, rotate that right leg all the way underneath you. And so you can come into Kapotasana, pigeon pose. I'm going to move this candle slightly out of the way so I've got a bit more space. So adjust right onto your right hip and adjust your foot to where you want it. High pigeon, Raja Kapotasana. Open your heart, then as you exhale, lower to the earth. Bringing your eyebrows center to rest on the earth or on a folded blanket. Bring your hands to the back of your head in Padma Mudra. It's like sleeping swan. So often many people think of Sita as the loyal, devoted wife, and she is. To demonstrate her fidelity, Ram asked her to walk across hot coals. And she did. Yet, she was a proto-feminist in many ways. During her imprisonment with Ravan, she maintained her pride, her dignity. Without fear, she did not allow that to break her spirit. She withstood as a symbol of peace and love, despite all this macho fighting around her. She, with her intelligence, she created a route to her path for freedom. She left a trail of jewelry, of fine fabrics, of sweets, so that Hanuman could follow her. So she wasn't the helpless woman in any way. And so I like to think of her as a feminist. Tucking that left toe, and let's step back with that right foot coming into plank, and perhaps you cycle here. We're going to move directly into mountain part of Sukasana here. So walking your feet slightly forward, coming into your mountain pose. Take a moment here. As you exhale, bring your hands back towards your feet, coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat, Uttanasana. Allow your head and crown to hang heavy here. Inhaling, swinging your arms behind you, bending deeply into your knees, rise up in chair pose, Utkatasana, and bring your hands into Padma. So you might want to adjust here. Your hands can come to your heart, or you can reach forward as an offering. If that feels too intense, you can use the Prana Mudra, because the Prana Mudra helps you to feel a little bit stronger, perhaps. And have your hands wherever you wish to have them. One breath more. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to rise in Utkatasana. Inhaling to rise again. Exhale to fold. Swinging up one more time, hands to your heart. Let's turn to the length of our mat here. So let's have the length of the mat alongside us. Take a moment here. You can have your hands in Prana or Padma at the heart. Yogi's choice. You can switch up between the two. Notice the difference in sensation and experience, because these are two energy seals. So what we know about mudra is directs the energy, guides the energy, sets the intention for your physical practice. So it connects the subtle body with the physical body. It adds layers to our asana practice. So notice the difference of how it feels when you bring a mudra into your practice. Step behind with the left foot onto the ball of the foot. Bend deeply into your knees here. Reach up and interlace all your fingers, releasing your index, cross your thumbs. Take a moment here. Lower to the earth here. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center, exhale over to the left. It's going to challenge your balance here. So I'm going to make sure that you can see me properly. I'll just angle my body a little bit for you. And then one more time over to the left. Inhale to center, hands to your heart, bring that left leg back, step across your mat. Open out in Tadasana star pose. So you can have Prana Mudra or curl your fingers into this variation of Padma Mudra, where we have the hands apart. Turn your right toes to the top of your mat. Bend into that right knee, coming into Maha Virabhadrasana, the great warrior. Drop your left hand up and over with the right hand. Exhale, right hand, forearm to the right thigh, up and over with the left arm. Straighten through that knee. Bring the right fingertips to the earth, transitioning into Trikonasana triangle pose. Gaze down towards your right foot. Bring the left hand down towards the earth. Hop that left leg slightly so that you create an even more of a 45-degree angle, coming into pyramid pose. Take a moment here. Bring your hands in Padma to the heart. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. As you inhale, rise up. And lift your gaze up towards the sky. Gentle back bend. Take your hands behind your back. Either hold your wrists or elbows or bring your hands in Namaskar prayer at the back of the heart space. Opening through your heart, lifting your gaze here. Exhale, hinge forward, halfway. Tailbone reaching back, crown reaching forward. One more breath, then let's release our hands. Bend into this knee for a moment, roll on the ball of that left foot, coming into dragon here. So you can stay on your hands. You can bring that left knee down if it helps to support you and help you feel grounded and connected. Yogi's choice. You can also come onto your forearms. One breath more. in dragon here. Lower the left knee if it's lifted. Untuck your toes. Leaving your left hand or forearm on the earth. Inhale to lift your right hand to the sky. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. You can have your right hand at the back of your sacrum here at low down. Spiraling your heart wherever you are. So if you have your hand up, you can reach back and then bring it to your sacrum. So you create this length and expansive energy. One more breath. Turn your gaze, bring your hand down, rise back up. We're going to Skandasana. So your options for Skandasana, remember you can stay on your hands, keep yourself quite lifted, or you can bend into your right knee, or you can sit on the earth or sit on blocks or a low footstool. We've been here in this pose many times in our practice. Use what's available for you. If you are going to sit down, then you can bring the sole of your foot to the earth here like this. So you can be in different places. If you are here, wherever you are, bring your hands in, Padma to the heart, so stabilize. Find something on the horizon to engage with. Lift your crown. Flex those left toes as well. One more breath here. Bring your hands to the earth. Let's shimmy all the way across over to the right. So again, coming into your variation of Skandasana on this left side, sorry. So you know it's Diwali. I don't really even care if I get my lefts and rights mixed up today. I'm just going with the flow because I'm moving with my body rather than with my mind at the moment. Let's come into your Skandasana and again, find something to focus on and then bring Padma to your heart. And you can always keep one hand on the earth. So, you know, yogi's choice. This is not about trying to look like me or trying to look like anyone else. It's about being in harmony with your own body and feeling that sense of inner conviction, confidence, self-esteem. These are the qualities connected with Hanuman. One more breath here. Now let's turn onto the right, ball of the right foot. Going to come into our variations on this side. So let's bring that right knee down. So you'll notice we're doing a variation of Chandra Namaskar to connect with the energy of Lakshmi today, but we're still maintaining the strength of Hanuman through our practice. Rotate onto the ball onto the little toe side of your left foot. You can keep your right hand on the earth, or you can bring your right forearm to the earth. Yogi's choice. Spiral your heart up towards the sky. Reach up with your left hand. I have Prana Mudra there. And if you want to bring your hand to your lower back, reach back first, and then bring the hand to the lower heart. Keep spiraling your heart up towards the sky, fanning that left knee out. This is twisted monkey pose. One more breath here. Turn your gaze down. Let's bring that left hand to the heart. We're coming into our variation of dragon. So you can now roll back onto the sole of your left foot. You can be in high dragon. The right knee can be on or off the earth, yogi's choice. Forearms or hands on the earth. Whichever place you wish to be in. One more breath. Then let's rise up. I'm going to shuffle that foot slightly forward and bring that right foot up. We're going to come into pyramid pose now. So hopping that right foot forward, coming onto the sole of the foot, feet are at a 45-degree angle for that right foot, toes pointing forward on the left foot, and then begin to straighten through the left leg. And again, hands can be on the earth or on blocks. When you're ready with pyramid, Uttanasana, you can bring your hands in Padma to the heart, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. And when you're fully connected and centered here, let's begin to rise into standing pyramid. Perhaps you lift your gaze, open your heart, gentle back bend. It doesn't need to be a deep back bend. I have not, because of the injuries and the story that my spine creates, I don't have much movement in my spine. So I lift my gaze, draw my shoulders together. It's an energetic back bend, even if it's not a physical back bend. Just remember, it's the experience in your body that counts, not how it looks. One breath here. Now we're going to take our hands behind our back, wrists or elbows or namaskar hands, prayer hands, lifting our gaze. Maybe you chant your mantra, your personal affirmation, positive self-affirmation, set your intention, connect with your sankalpa, or chant your mantra. Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. I often take these moments. Normally when it's my own practice, I won't be chanting out loud. I'll be chanting silently in my mind. Exhale, let's hinge forward. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Releasing the left hand to the earth. Inhale, rising into Trikonasana, triangle pose with your right hand to the sky. That left hand can be on your legs, can be on a block. Yeah, this right hand can be on your hips. One more breath here. Bend into the left knee. Let's bring that left forearm onto the left leg. Right hand reaches up and over. I have Prana Mudra here. Remember to keep using your Ujjayi breath. Extended side angle. Uttita Parshavakhanasana. One more breath. Let's move directly into Shanti. So dropping that right hand, reach up and over with the left arm. Open out into Mahaviradrasana, Warrior Two. And again, Prana, all these sort of lotus hands. Straighten through that left leg. Turn those toes, Tadasana, star pose. So now we're going to step over to the right, to the top of your mat. Big step, hands together, coming into Padma here. So I'm going to step behind with my left leg this time. Bend into my knees. Reach overhead, interlace all my fingers, release my index, cross my thumbs in Kali Mudra. So in Bengal, and those with Bengali heritage, celebrate Kali Ma today, the goddess Kali. Let's exhale over to the left. And center over to the right. So your balance will be challenged here. One more time to both sides. Inhaling to center, exhaling to right. And then let's come back into Padma. Take a breath here. Going to turn to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, let's rise into Utkatasana, chair pose. Again, use your mudra that you wish to use. I'm going to use Prana now. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Rising up. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale. Your variation of Utkatasana with your hands at the heart or arms extended. And let's rise up. One more time. Swinging here. And then let's come to standing for a moment. We're going to move into some balances here. So you're at the top of your mat. Take a moment here, gather my breath. I want to face you, but you can stay there or you can turn around to face me. Yogi's choice. If I was in my own practice, I'd stay there. So find your balance, standing mountain, Tadasana. Feet hip distance wide, lift your toes, replant them on the earth. So remember with Hanuman, we are making quantum leaps from a place of devotion and strength. With Lakshmi, we bring radiance, grace, harmony to those that stepping forward. Let's switch the weight into our left leg. Bring up the right knee and hug it in. Maybe you rotate your ankle one way, then the other here. And we're going to bring that right ankle to rest on our left thigh, just above the knee. So you create a figure 4 here. Now, you might want to hold on to a wall, that's fine. Bend into that left knee here. And lower here. Hands can be in Padma or you can have Prana. So again, I'm inviting you to sense how it feels here. So here, when you have your elbows tucked in Prana, you might feel more balance. With your hands at your heart, you may feel a looseness, a fluidity. So notice the difference from here in strength and here into fluidity. This is the Ram and Sita energies coming together. This sense of strength through the feminine, which is graceful and nurturing and compassionate, and the strength through the masculine, which is driven, which is active, dynamic. And yet we need these qualities within us. So these qualities aren't associated with gender, they're associated with qualities that we all have within us. One more breath here. This left leg is feeling it, I know, yogis. Let's straighten up. And then let's bring the right foot, sorry, I'm dropping it, just in front of the left leg, coming onto the ball there. And take a moment here. That will help you ground and lift the weight out of that left leg. Take a moment here. Now we're going to move into eagle pose. So your eagle pose can be with your toes on the earth or wrapped around your left leg. Again, we are still balancing on our left leg here. And your option, once again, for eagle with Prana Mudra, Garudasana with Prana, or Garudasana with Padma. You're feeling strong in your legs. One breath more. Let's uncross that leg. Shake out, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And then let's move on to the right leg now for balance. So back into Tadasana, standing mountain, lifting your toes, connecting here, hugging in, zipping up through the midline, drawing the navel in towards the spine. This helps you to feel strong. Have looseness to your knees, a softness to your knees, so that there's some movement there rather than rigid. And again, let's hug in that left leg. Maybe circle that ankle one way, then the other. And then let's cross the left ankle on the right thigh, creating a figure of 4. And again, choose your variation. So if last time you were with one variation of your mudra, now maybe try a different variation of your mudra. And sink here. I'm very worried about falling and landing in my candle. Sink here, sit, bend deeply into that right knee. One more breath. Let's cross that foot in front, straighten through the leg just to release it for a moment. We can move into Garudasana on this side. So again, you can keep your left toes on the earth, or you can wrap your leg round. Find something to gaze up on the horizon if you lose your balance. And again, come into your variation of Garudasana, eagle pose. This is a very powerful pose. So the eagle looks over the world. He scans the horizon. He looks forward to what is ahead. He has the holistic picture. Can see beyond the mere mortal. So Garudasana helps to elevate, uplift us to a place where we can have greater understanding, enlightenment. Hence, I kind of lighting up, using the candles to light up homes. I know you've been in here for a long time. So let's release. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. It's nearly at the end of our practice. So today, put on some music, dance around the house, indulge yourself with sweets. I'm going to come to the floor. We're not going to go into Shavasana today because my energy is just like too high to go into Shavasana for the moment. I'll do Shavasana tonight. So I'll have a calmer practice tonight. Let's come into, if you wish to take Shavasana, please do. It's your invitation, your practice. Let's come into our Sukasana. I could practice for hours today. It's only an hour we have together. Let's ground down. So I don't know how you're feeling, but I don't really care what the weather's doing outside today. I feel great. I feel really upbeat. I feel really positive. I have a smile on my face. And that's my practice. This is our practice that we've just done together. And it can really shift your mood, your energy, your spirit, even if it's just for the duration of your practice or immediately after your practice. These moments help us to connect with our own sense of radiance and strength. And that's what I was trying to bring together in our practice, the strength of Hanuman and the radiance of Lakshmi. Let's bring our hands into Padma. Gaze down into your palms, so thumbs together, little fingers together, middle 3 fingers open like a flower. Closing our practice by chanting our mantra. So for Lakshmi, Padma, and for Hanuman, Prana. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Invoking abundance, generosity, harmonious relationships, love, prosperity. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Om Shreem Lakshmiyei Swaha. Hanuman with Pran. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Invoking strength, energy, the impossible to become possible. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Hum Hanumate Vijayam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad, and happy, joyous Diwali to you all. Eat chocolate. I don't know, just have a good time today, whatever you're doing, even if it's just a party for one, still a party. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I thank you so much for supporting me this year. I feel like we're coming to the end of a really challenging year. I know there are still some difficult times ahead, but we are really, I feel like we're on the cusp, and I pray for joy, healing, blessings to all of those, all of you who've joined me, all of those who have suffered during this past year. Thank you very much.